Have you ever been babysitting when there's a crazed killer on the loose? Whenever that happens to me, I make sure to lock all the doors and windows. But today you'll hear a story about a forgetful babysitter in a house with too many doors. Our first story of the evening was written by Jacob Tremblay at age 11. Pull up a chair around the campfire and listen in to Bat, Axe, Racket. Maggie was out on her first babysitting job in the big house down the street. The house had a front door, a back door, and a side door, and Maggie forgot to lock all of them. After the baby was asleep, and it was really dark, Maggie's phone rang. A husky voice said, "There's an intruder in your area. A police officer is coming over to check on you." "Who is this?" Maggie said, but they hung up. Maggie was spooked. She told herself it was just her brothers pranking her. She checked the time. 10:50. The baby's parents wouldn't be home for over an hour. Maggie locked the front door. She just started watching her favorite show when her phone rang again. The same husky voice said, "The intruder is on your street. Stay indoors. A police officer is heading over." Maggie was pretty sure this was one of her brothers, but just in case, she locked the back door. And she looked for a weapon. In the closet by the back door, she found a baseball bat, a tennis racket, and an axe for chopping wood. It was a tough decision, but Maggie grabbed the baseball bat. She sat in the living room holding the bat and watching her show. She checked the time. 11:15. The parents would be home in 45 minutes. That wasn't so long, she told herself. She'd be fine. And then her phone rang again. "The intruder has been spotted in the backyard of the house you're in. But don't worry, the police are almost there." "Don't hang up," Maggie cried, but they hung up. A shadow crept past the living room window. Maggie screamed. Someone rattled the front doorknob. Maggie leapt to her feet. Someone rattled the back doorknob. Maggie remembered that she'd forgotten to lock the side door. She ran through the living room, past the bathroom, into the kitchen, just as someone rattled the side doorknob and started to open the door. A hooded head poked inside the house, and the same husky voice that Maggie had heard on the phone announced, "The intruder is here." Maggie swung the baseball bat at the intruder's head, screaming, "Get out!" The intruder collapsed on the kitchen floor. Another intruder shouted from the side door steps, "It's just a prank, Maggie. What have you done?" He stepped inside and pulled down his hood. Maggie saw that it was her brother, Anthony. "Oops," she said. The intruder on the floor groaned and put a hand to his head. He pulled the hood off his face, and Maggie saw that it was her brother, Terry. "Oops," she said again. "You nearly killed me," Terry said as he sat up, rubbing his head. "Good thing we're not the police." Maggie smiled. "Good thing I didn't choose the axe." The end. And that's our first Halloween student story. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob Tremblay is 11 years old and he has never babysat, and he can't remember ever being babysat, but he has read scary stories about babysitting. He has also never hit anyone with a baseball bat or been hit with a bat. So, awesome imagination, Jacob. Nice take on a classic scare. But just a smidge of advice and nothing to do with the writing, which was awesome. That kid, Maggie's brother, Terry, he should go to a hospital so they can monitor his head for a possible hematoma. Just saying. Get medical help if your sister hits you in the head with a baseball bat. And now for our next student story.